Hey there, welcome to Crafting Unedited. My name is Sierra and today I'm going to show you how to change the blades in your Cricut machines. This video applies to really any Cricut machine. The Explore Air, the Maker, the Joy, I believe the Expression is the exact same method. Don't quote me on that though, I'll do a little research and then I'll get back to you on that one. But for the Explore family, the Joy, and the Maker, this is how you change the blade. It's very simple. Shouldn't take you more than about a minute. So first, go ahead and subscribe. I did a video a while back on all the different blades that Cricut offers for each machine so that you can watch that and now you'll know how to change those blades. This is just a short recap of the snippet that I did in that video, so you don't have to watch the whole thing to figure out how to change the blade. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to grab one of my machines and show you how to do it. So we'll start with the Joy, mainly because it's easy to pick up and show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so for the Cricut Joy, I did unplug it because you don't have to have it plugged in. You want to pop that open just like you would if you were changing it to a pen or a marker or the scoring tool. And then what you're going to do, so what I did was, see this little blue piece? Just pops open and this whole thing comes out. So then there's like a little push tab at the top here. You're going to push that down and gently with your fingers, if they're not too slippery, pull it out. Now you can see that this is the fine point blade, and maybe you can see, yeah, fine point blade there, and at the other side of it, it's got like a magnetic point that you just like that, and it's in. That's all you do. That's it. Pretty simple, huh? And then when you put it back in, you just slide it back in just the same as you would if you were putting a pen or scoring tool in. Close it up, you're ready to go. You don't have to calibrate these or anything like that. I mean, you can run a machine calibration after you've changed your blade to make sure that it is a good blade. But I've never had any issues since I buy for the Cricut Maker and the Explore Air 2 that I had, as well as the Joy. I always go with the premium fine point blades. These last so much longer. It was 15 bucks for this one, and I got it on half off sale through Cricut that they're having right now in November of 2020. So if you haven't gotten on that sale, go now. It's totally worth it. But either way, half off or full price, $14.95, I believe, for one blade. Seems like a lot, but it's really not, because this thing will last you a very long time. I've had my machine for over a year, and it has been used daily, literally daily, for multiple cuts, multiple projects. I can't even count how many cuts I've used this fine point blade on. It's so many. But it's still going strong. I've noticed that it's starting to pull up on the cardstock a little bit, which is why I wanted to change the blade. I am going to recalibrate the machine as well, because I don't know if it's just the blade or if it's just the calibration and it's just pulling up the cardstock and tearing it. So we're going to try both. I'm also going to try to sharpen that blade, see if I can salvage it for a little bit longer. The way that you sharpen it, I don't have any aluminum foil on me right now, but you just take a ball of aluminum foil. Rewind that. So first you're going to take your blade out of the machine. So how you take your blade out of the Maker and the Explore Air is there's a flap, just like there was on the Joy, called B. I call it the B flap. There's the A flap and there's the B flap. The B flap is for your blade. B blade. See how that works? Alright, and then you just, same thing as you did with the Joy, you lift this up. This is a little bit more difficult to lift up. And then the outside pops open. and then you just pull it out. If you've changed your blade, like changed the blade in the machine from like the fine point to the engraving to the tip to the foil transfer tool to the scoring tool, not the pen but the tool, any of those other blades, it's the same thing. Now to change the actual blade, same process as the joy. Push the pin, like the clicky pin part down, push it out as far as it'll go, and then pull the blade out. And then you'll see here, you have the fine point blade. Come on, focus. There we go. All right, and then to sharpen it, what you'll do is you'll take a ball, about a fist-sized ball, could be smaller if you wanted, but that's just more comfortable for me, of aluminum foil, and just stab it in there a few times, and that seems to sharpen it. I've done it a couple of times, not with this blade, but with other blades for the Explore Air, just to get a little bit longer because those didn't have the premium blades on them. And it's interesting to see the differences because this one has the way that you can tell that it's fine point blade is you see that they're gold. The non-premium fine point blades are not gold. They're like a silver. And it's not the tip that's the gold. It's this. The basing that's gold. This is titanium carb I can never say it. But it's a really good sharp metal, so don't have to worry about it breaking on you. So, and then so aluminum foil and a ball, and you just dab it a few times, you put it back in. Another thing that you want to check when changing your blade is the space in here clean? Because if it's not, give it a little cleaning. I'll show you how to do that right now. I always have a few of these alcohol prep pads on hand. They're just nifty to have, especially in the Cricut crafting world. Things can get quite sticky, and alcohol seems to be the best solution. Both the kind that you drink and rubbing alcohol. When things get sticky, alcohol is always involved. That can go so many ways. So anyways, alcohol prep pad or just rubbing alcohol on a paper towel. Clean your blade off, give it a good wipe down. New blade or not, I always like to give it a good wiping. Doesn't do anything harmful, it just cleans it off so that if there's any sticky from any vinyl that may have gotten on there. Same thing with this part, give it a good rub. I did have quite a bit of glitter on there apparently, so I had some glitter cardstock lose its glitter on my blade housing there. That's what that's called. It's called the blade housing. All right, so now that this is clean and this is clean, we're going to pop it back in, make sure that there's no debris on either side of it. You don't have to push this in, you literally just let it go. It's magnetic. How cool is that? See, watch, ready? Adulting gets you amused by the littlest things. Crafting, I should say, not adulting. Well, adulting does too. Anyways, so this is the same method that you use for any of your other tips, blades, whatever. Same thing. I'll go grab one of my other blades. So the only one that is a bit different is, hold on, we'll go back to that, to the different thing. But this one is the foil transfer tool. If you've used this, you know exactly how to change it because you kind of have to. So you same thing, push this pops out, and then boop. This looks like a little bullet. It's crazy. All right, so push in, pull out, and voila, donezo. The one that's different is The housing. So quick swap housing. So the quick swap housing has the same, it looks different up here. So you have your regular and you have your quick swap. This is different because this is the engraving tip. This has to have the little gear in order for it to guide. Runaway blade. Round surfaces, man. So anyways, this has this little thing on the top. It's like a gear. And when it goes in the machine, you align it so that it can easily turn and rotate without affecting the tip here. Now to change this one, because this is the quick swap housing and I have the knife blade quick swap housing. So if I want to swap this for the knife blade, I literally just push the button, again, this little button at the top. And this is how you tell the difference between the quick swap housing and the non-quick swap housing. I'll show you. So this one has a button. This one does not. This is not the quick swap housing. Quick swap has the button. Now, to change this one, same thing, but instead of the tip coming out, the whole top piece pops off. And then to put it back on, you just align it. It has a flat and a round. You just align the flat with the flat and pop it back on there. And then it doesn't come off. Push the button, comes off. Don't push the button, goes back on. Dude, so what this is, I think on this one, because there's really nothing grabbing onto it, I think it's a magnet release because this is definitely a magnet. And then there's no other way of it grabbing, so it's a magnet. That's pretty cool. Push button, let it go, put it back on. Oh, there's the little knob. Just kidding. There you go. And that's how you change the blades. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. And you got a twofer because I showed you how to clean the blade too and sharpen it. So you have three for one. I'm cheating myself here. Just kidding. Anyway, so go ahead, subscribe, watch that video on all of the blades for the Cricut machines. That way you know how to change them, clean them, sharpen them, and what you can use. That way you know all about all of the blades that you can use for your Cricut machine. This applies to all Cricut machines again. So until next time, go sharpen your blade, maybe change it out. Let me know what you did. Let me know how it worked. And if you had any issues, drop a comment, like this video. We'll see you later.